well, what a day we've had here so far at the Bank of Ireland Celtic Chapter, live from Board Namona O'Connor Park in Tullamore, and now it's the turn of Antrim versus the Kildare Cadets, and they're meanwhile in the parade behind the band here in Tullamore, and there we are. It's a great scene, and it's always a great scene because we'll see that tomorrow in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick and in Croke Park, Marissa, for the Leinster and the Munster hurling finals respectively. But this is a brilliant day for Antrim. Now, you haven't seen Antrim last week. We did see Kildare Cadets last week, and again we should be in for another cracking final here today. But all in all, we've had a great sample of hurling this afternoon and this morning, I might add.
And all through the competition as well. It's been an absolutely fantastic initiative. Every team has embraced it, and this is a huge opportunity for them. It's as important as this is as important to them as it will be tomorrow in the Gaelic grounds or Croke Park. This is an All-Ireland final. There's silverware on the line. They're involved in the pre-match parade there. You know, it has all the hallmarks of a really cracking final.
As we say that, we see the young Roscommon team arriving in. We're playing the last of our finals here today, but this match between Antrim and the Kildare Cadets is for the Michael FEERY Cup, so it's the Corn Michael FEERY, and that is what's happening. Now there is the Antrim team on your screens, and lots of familiar clubs involved here with Antrim. O'Donovan Rossa from the Falls Road, St. Paul's, Shane O'Neill's Carey Falls, Davit's, Rory Og, another famous club up there, and Jimmy Burns is in goal for McGillen, and Shane McKenna, Dara Maguire and Ben McCauley the full back line. Middle of the park, Colm Kilgore from Emmett's, his partner, and Conlett McKinley from Carey Falls, and a good outlining team there for the Antrim. Listing the full panel of 30, which you are entitled to under the rules of the Celtic Challenge, and lots of names there that you can keep an eye out for as well. Finn McElroy from the Donovan Rossa club, a club that had a great tradition in hurling back in the day. Kieran Barr, a great player of those, got to the All-Ireland club final back in 1989. The Donovan Rossa defeated by Tony Dorn's Buffers Alley down there in County Wexford, and of course that was a good innings for Antrim hurling, because Antrim hurlers got to the All-Ireland final themselves in 1989, heavily beaten by Tipperary, but made great progress back then. Is this to be the start for Antrim hurling again? Well, here's the Kildare Cadets. We've seen them last week. Dara O'Shaughnessy solid in goal, Niall Clark, Sean Costello, Luke Dunleavy in that full back line, excellent indeed. Sean Gleeson of Selbridge is wearing the number 6 shirt, and a forward line that includes Oisin Lawler of Selbridge, Sean Maher from Moorfield, Dermot Mangan of Sallins, and Stephen Moran of Sallins. And you picked out one or two of these players last week as well, Marissa, because you have seen the Kildare Cadets last week. In Kildare Cadets, of course, in their green and white today, not in the lily white colours, but you've picked one or two players of note. Yeah,
Luke Dunleavy there at corner back. He's been hugely impressive, had a difficult job of marking Thomas Cawley from Sligo last week and was fully to grips with him. Brilliant battle between the two of them. He's definitely one to keep an eye on. And then moving up towards the forwards, Sean Maher and Dermot Mangan in particular, two very dangerous players to keep an eye on.
And there's the management teams of both the counties here today. Dominic McKinley, Lockheed Shamrocks, one of the great Antrim players of that team I just mentioned back in the 1980s, early 90s. Damien Byrne of Kyle Dove, the Kildare Cadets, vanished door today. Mick Carroll of Maynooth, Brendan Corcoran, Éire Ó Curraqueel, Tom Cronin of Sallins, and Paul Dillon from Selbridge. So the backroom teams, we wish them all the very, very best here this afternoon in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Aidan Ferguson is our match referee for this 5th of our finals in the Bank of Ireland Pundit Arena Celtic Challenge, and we do hope you're enjoying our coverage this afternoon. And just to let you know, and we have informed people of this earlier on, Marissa, 32 counties have participated, some counties at 2 teams, but it inaugurated this competition back in 2016 for the future development of hurling, and for the 2019 season, as I've said on the third game earlier today, a total of 44 teams with 1,300 players have played in a total of 138 games, including today's 6 finals. So this is match 137, and the final game will be match 138. And as I've said to you earlier on, the numbers fantastic. Not all about winning, taking part, and we're off and running. Kildare Cadets in green and white, Antrim in the saffron colours, as they always are. And one of the players you picked out is to the fore straight away, your famous number 13 there for the Kildare Cadets, and that is Dermot Mangan.
Yeah, definitely a few dangerous forwards looking to get on the ball early. Kildare will want to make an early statement in this, but Antrim have been hugely impressive through the group stages as well.
They certainly have, and Antrim's shot coming there from Pierce McKeegan, plays for the Rory Oaks club up there in County Antrim. He's on the 45 on that far side. And here they go, trying to make a run down the far side. But Kildare have defended very well right throughout this competition. And Antrim on the attack. But Kildare, as I've said, and now they tidied up in the Kildare Cadets. Michael Kane from the Kyle Dove Club. A good pocket.
What a block down.
But there's a block down, yeah.
Great block down there by Antrim. They're really fighting hard to win possession up there, and it just shows that the forwards are willing to work hard, and here they go again.
Yes, and that hook was very good because the Callum Kilgore, the man from Emmets and Antrim, had a go there, but they're all trying to get a bit of motion on this ball. But early stages yet, it is a final. There will be a little bit of nerves, but there's a good crack at goal, but that's gone wide of the post. So we're into the second minute. It's early days yet, but it's a struggle to try and win possession, and that was Antrim's Oscar Smith, the number 29 there from the Naveana club, who did ever so well. But then it was Kildare who defended it, and then the block down was brilliant, and that's a great skill in the game in itself. So a lot of players, Marissa, working hard, as all the inter-county teams do when they haven't got the ball as to when they have the ball. We mentioned that earlier as well. Now, is this to be the first score? That looks good. That is gone in, and it's gone over the bar, and the men from the north have got the opening score. Antrim's number 10, Kieran Mcgill from the Shane O'Neill's club. Good score.
Great score, yeah, and just Kildare, or Antrim even laying down an early marker. You know, they're looking to get on the board early. What a catch. It's some great skill in this game.
There's a great catch by the Kildare number 10, and that's a Colin Keogh, man from Moorfield. Moorfield club is in the town of Newbridge in the county of Kildare. Flicked out off the stick, and it will be a line ball to Kildare. You've complimented all the teams on their jerseys today. I know we're used to seeing Kildare with the white shirts, but Kildare Cadets are here because I do believe Kildare are two teams in the competition as well. But that is a beautiful shirt for the Kildare Cadets.
It is, yeah. The other team was Kildare Lilywhites, who were in their traditional white, as you say, but beautiful jerseys, and all players will get to keep them courtesy of O'Neill's.
Certainly will. You probably got one for yourself to bring it back.
I didn't,
Laura,
unfortunately.
Oh.
I wanted one.
And they're going to the Munster final tomorrow.
I'll track one down.
Yeah, I'll track one down. The Celtic Challenge, the sideline cut has been taken by Dermot Mangan, man from Sallins, just outside the town of Naas in County Kildare. Well, that's another brilliant piece of work. It was blocked down by 13 of Kildare, Dermot Mangan, and we did pick out Dermot last week as well. Fine, big, strong player, but again, two very important interceptions there. However, Antrim have the line ball, and Aidan Scullion from the Shane O'Neill's club will take this. He's took it very well too, Marissa.
What a sideline cut, and what a catch.
And the shot comes in on a stop by the goalkeeper, and Darrow O'Shaughnessy from the Ayr Road Club in Kildare did really well there. He's deprived them of a point. Owen Murphy, like in the Kilkenny goal, would do something like that, but good piece of skill. Here come Kildare. It's their number 10, Con Keogh from the Moorfield Club. Lovely ball from Keogh, and the forward moving well off the ball was Sean Maher, and he's a man who had a great game in Ashbourne in the semi-final last week. Kildare go for the long range effort. Antrim leading 1 point to no score. The Antrim keeper had to be lively. He was put under a little bit of pressure, and he gets it out as far as his number 23, which is Luke Mullen. Luke Mullen does well and clears it, but it's only gone straight to a Kildare man, who sends it back with interest, and that's Harry Young, another Sallins player. And then a low ball comes across the edge of the 20-metre line. Now Kildare have a bit of space. Can they knock this one over the bar? There's the shot. We're on. No, it's gone to the right and wide. Glorious opportunity, but still early days. Less than 4 minutes played, Marissa. Kildare getting the chance, but two teams who are defending very well so far. Yeah,
as we said earlier on, we've seen some great skill, but Reno Gorman will be a little bit disappointed with that shot. He should have put it over the bar even. And Kildare just need a score to settle them down in this game now.
Are you happy now you're fed and watered on a great long day for Pundit Arena and the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge?
You can never complain when you've seen the standard of hurling we have so far. We've had 4 brilliant games so far, and looking forward to another one here.
We certainly are. Well, we'll have Roscommon in the final game tonight against Limerick, and that will be a cracker as well. But at the moment it's the 5th match in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. It's the Corn Michael FEERY, and it is a sideline cut which didn't get the trajectory it required, but not easy on the summer grass, and the pitch cut to perfection here in Tullamore. That breeze still blowing from right to left, a little bit stronger, and the evening probably a little bit cooler, which will suit the players for these 2 of our last finals tonight, Marissa.
Yeah, the conditions were very intense earlier on with the temperatures, but the breeze just helping out Antrim at the moment, the strong breeze at their back.
5 minutes gone, 1 point Antrim, no score Kildare. The Antrim score coming from Kieran Mcgill, their number 10 from the Shane O'Neill's club. Antrim playing in their saffron colours, and here he goes again. Just as I mentioned his name, he's a beautiful striker of that ball, and the number 10 is in again, Mcgill, for the Antrim men, and that's 2 points to no score. Antrim lead Kildare, and we're into the 6th minute, Marissa.
As you said, a beautiful score. He just eased it over the bar, effortless, brilliant score.
Lovely first touch by 14, which is Pierce McKeegan from the Rory Old Club, turning it back in field across the 45 to come. Here come Antrim from outside to D, looking to make it 3 points to no score, but that's gone to the left and wide. Now for Kildare, they will be disappointed that they're not on the score sheet, and we've just about 6 minutes played. That's the only thing they will be disappointed with, but they have got 2, possibly 3 good chances to get themselves on the scoreboard. But if every team can score good points from distance and from short range, Kildare can.
Yeah, we know the likes of Con Keogh and Sean Maher have great ability from the long ball, so you know they won't panic yet. But their defence, you know, you're leaving the likes of Kieran Mcgill wide open there. He missed that opportunity, but he was given far too much space there to take the shot. So Kildare are going to have to be wary of that.
Certainly are. Our referee is Aidan Ferguson. Play continues down as Kildare go forward. That ball is out. The Antrim man, I think, knew it was out. He just didn't want the Kildare man to win it back, but it will be a Kildare line ball. Now, just as I said last week, this man cut a few beautiful balls last week. Sean Maher, the Moorfield player, he's cut that one beautifully, but just off target, and he did everything right bar send it straight down the middle. Yeah,
he sent a lovely one over the bar last week in their semi-final, so we know he's well capable of that, and he won't let that bother him. He'll try again next time.
Yeah, our match referee Aidan Ferguson, he's from County Fermanagh, so good to see Aidan involved here as well in Tullamore this afternoon in this 5th final, which is the Michael FEERY Cup. It's Antrim versus the Kildare Cadets. And the Fermanagh referee, let's play continues. The sun peers out again on a warm day in Tullamore. We're in the Midlands. Galway and the Midlands was the warmest in Ireland during the week, but the referee this time has spotted an infringement just inside the 65, and now an ideal chance for Kildare, Sean Maher, to open the scoring for the Kildare Cadets, and we're into the 8th minute.
We mentioned Luke Dunleavy before the game, and we saw his skill there. The great fielding from him from Oscar Smith's shot in, and great vision to send the ball down the field. And this is a great opportunity from Kildare. They need an opening score to settle them.
Well, he's got a great setup. He's got a good strike on the ball. Is he accurate into that stiff breeze? And that looks all the way, and that is the opening score for Sean Maher for the Kildare Cadets. It's their opening score. Antrim already with 2 points on the board, coming from their number 10, Kieran Mcgill from the Shane O'Neill's club. But the man from Moorfield in Newbridge, Drogheda Nua in County Kildare, has put his team within 1. Here he goes again. Good win for him on the 65-metre line. He's got great upper body strength. Nice ball across towards Con Keogh. Con Keogh didn't hold on to it. Antrim defended well, and the left half back sends it down towards his number 12, which is Marcus Toner from the Davits club up there in County Antrim. And there's a good old battle between the 45 and the 65. That ball could beat both players, and it is out, and the linesman has his flag up on this side. No, he hasn't, but that ball was, he has. The linesman has his flag up, and the referee hasn't spotted him. 2 points to 1 it remains, and the minutes have flown by here in the opening half of the Michael FEERY Cup here in Boardnamona O'Connor Park. If you just joined us, yes, it is Pundit Arena. It's the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. It's final number 5. Already successful today. Leitrim defeated Longford. Kerry in a fantastic game, high scoring game, defeated Dublin Clark. Derry defeated the Galway Tribesmen, but the men from Galway bounced back in our 4th final. That was Galway Maroon. They've defeated North Cork, and fairly convincingly in the end. So good performance from them. And now we have Antrim and the Kildare Cadets, and you've spotted something there as well. Another white flag in actual fact, as I was given the stats and everything that has happened. And is that the number 10 again has got that one?
Yeah, that's Kieran Mcgill, but I have to say Marcus Toner gets the credit for that brilliant solo effort. Dodged 2 defenders, then just looked up, saw the run of Mcgill inside, tapped it over to him, and he was just able to easily tap it over the bar. Great score from Antrim.
Comes the Kildare goalkeeper, which is Dara O'Shaughnessy, another Éire Oak man. And that's a big ball downfield. It's important you win your own puck out. Now the boat number 10 is doing quite well. This is Con Keogh. Keogh does very well. He's inside the 45-metre line. Lovely. Oh, that's knocked off the stick. A good trailing back there by the number 23, Luke Mullen. Mullen did very well for Antrim. Now it's the Antrim goalkeeper. He's agile. Oh, he's been blocked down this time by the hard-working number 7, Owen Hayes, for Kildare, and from a difficult angle he sends it across the face of the goal. The umpires had a good look at that, but looking at the flags and the trees on the Kilbeggan Road out of Tullamore, that breeze is stronger and stronger. If anything, it probably would have helped them, but it's gone to the right and wide. It still remains a 2-point game here in Tullamore.
Yeah, the breeze is going to have an impact on this game, all right. But you mentioned him a few times already in this game. Con Keogh has been fantastic so far, and he really stepped up for Kildare last week, and we're looking forward to see what he can do today.
all battle now. Here come Kildare coming forward. This is one I mentioned, Conkehoe again. Nice ball downfield towards number 7, Owen Hayes. Numbers don't really mean anything in relation to field positions because it's all about tactics at the moment. And here come Kildare through Cormac Nolan. He plays his club hurling with Minute, and he's won the free for his hard work. Referee had his hand up. They're going to have a 20-metre free into the Kilbeggan Road end goal, and it's a chance for Kildare to bring it back to a 1-point game, and that man will step up to have a crack at this again. Sean Maher, I take it, Marissa. He steps across there. He's a fine lad. I mean, all these guys are 16, 17 years of age, and we were just having a word with Pat Daly there in between matches. All fine young men.
Yeah, all very tall and all well built as well. It's huge physicality in this game so far. You'd forget they're under 17 sometimes when you see the skill. There's
Maher with the strike, and no hesitation. He was on the ball last week in the semi-finals in Ashbourne. He's on the ball here in the final in Tullamore. 3 points Antrim, 2 points to the Kildare Cadets. We're into the 12th minute of the first half. The Antrim goalkeeper is Jimmy Joe Burns. Seamus, as he's best known as in the Antrim part of the world, knocks the ball downfield, but Kildare's Stephen Moran goes back to tidy that one up, and it's out over the line on that far side. So Antrim with that line ball, and I don't know whether the breeze is going to be significant in the end. It's a summer's day, it's a summer's evening, but it can help. But it is getting that bit blustery and stronger, but a lovely dry evening in Tullamore. I'm blessed with the weather because we were absolutely blessed with the finals last year weather-wise. Last weekend we got a bit of a colour in Ashbourne, and today we have the air conditioning of O'Connor Park, Tullamore. Brilliant facilities from the Offaly County Board.
Fantastic facilities here in Bournemouth O'Connor Park, and beautiful pitch and brilliant conditions for the games today.
Here come Antrim. Nice ball into the full forward, and it slips through. Keeper's got to be good here. He's won that ball, and he's won his free as well because he played the ball, and the referee felt the Antrim player coming forward, committed a foul, and the scoreboard remains 3 points to 2. We're into the 13th minute. 6 finals in all today. Leitrim played Longford in the first one. Leitrim successful. Dublin, Clark and Kerry successful there. Derry and the Galway Tribesmen. Derry were successful there. Galway Maroon and North Cork. Galway Maroon victorious in the Michael Hogan Cup, and this is the Michael FEERY Cup. Antrim versus Kildare Cadets. The score says there's one between them. Antrim now with a free from their own half-back line. And we've seen Derry bringing their goalkeeper Leo Passmore up to take frees, but Antrim are not bringing out their keeper. They're bringing one man from their forward division who's already on the score sheet with those 3 points, and Marissa will correct me if I'm wrong, but this man, Kieran Mcgill, has got Antrim's 3 scores. 2 of the 3 maybe.
He's got 3, I think. Yeah, you're right.
Got 3, and he could be making it 4 here because he's free as some inside his own 65. He's got a great setup. He just puts the hurling stick parallel to the ground, and that ball will carry, and that is just to the left and wide. He gave it everything. He had the range, but this is the slitter we were talking about last week at the semi-finals. There's a chip in the slitter, and you can put it up to your phone and it'll tell you whether it's a quality ball or not. So there's a few little bits of tricks for the best of the game with the slitter going forward for hurling, and a great colour. Well, we come back to the slitter because here go Kildare moving forward. A little bit of work again from Antrim. I think number 20 got a touch in there which deprived Cork or Kildare of a score. Patrick McAllister, and it's back with Kildare trying to turn inside his man. A lovely play, fired in beautifully, but that's gone wide off the stick of Sean Maher, but it was a nice pass, nice play out. But going forward in hurling, we were just remarking there with Pat as well, looking at the Cork game and the Galway game, the colour of the ball. Yellow could be the future, or what do they call it? High vis.
Luminous, yeah.
High vis, yeah.
It should be the future. It's so much easier to see, even we're a good distance away, and it's so plain, it's so clear. And as you said, a chip in the middle that'll tell you Torneal whether it's an authentic ball or not. So great initiative. Another one being displayed here in the Celtic Challenge.
Certainly is. Celtic Challenge. You're watching Pundit Arena, all the coverage, semi-finals, and lots of highlight packages from all the tournaments since its inauguration back in 2016. And lots of great action there, lots of great individual and team performances. Kildare come forward, trying to level proceedings here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. We're midway through the first half. Kildare have the free. Sean Maher will come forward to take this, and it's Sean Maher who will have a chance of putting us on parity in the 16th minute of the Michael FEERY final here in O'Connor Park, Tullamore. He's dead straight in front of goal. My money is on him to get it, Marissa.
Yeah, absolutely. You should back him here. Conor Tracy again winning that free. Brilliant work since he came on. He's really industrious in that forward line.
Here's Keogh, he threw that up in front of him, no mistake, dead straight over the black spot here. So it is another score for Kildare. So level, 3 points apiece. Okay, we might say it's low scoring, but some of the games tended to be low scoring in the opening quarter. The nerves should be flicked away now. It's an All-Ireland final, it's a Celtic challenge. Game on.
And it's also a hugely entertaining final. Like despite the low score line, we've seen some brilliant skill, some brilliant work rate, and 15 minutes gone halfway through the first half, and both teams still finding their feet here.
They certainly are. We've another line ball right in front of our press box position. As you can see from our pictures, we're right opposite the stand. This line ball will be taken by Kildare Cadets. Their number 13 is Dermot Mangan. He's from Sallins and he sends it across a little bit of a daisy cutter they're known as, but there's no daisies here. The feed and weed has worked well on the surface of O'Connor Park as Kildare Cadets go forward and off balance. The strike comes, doesn't have the, well it has now because the goalkeeper Jimmy Joe Burns allowed it to run to the right and wide, but not successful, and Kildare were getting all of them last week. Yeah,
but credit to Callum Kilgore there, the Antrim midfielder. He just got a bit of a hook in that just did enough to put Con Keogh off, but the Kildare will be disappointed with their shooting considering the score that they put up last week.
Here come Antrim, won back by Caelan O'Connor, and then from the McEwan club downfield towards the marksman Kieran Mcgill, sends it in. He's on fire in this first half. Credit where credit is due. The number 10 has got another one from the Shane O'Neill's club. The Saffron player is on fire in the opening 17 minutes. That's a great score.
And his range of scores as well, close in from distance, and the angles he's putting them over at. Brilliant stuff from Kieran Mcgill.
Certainly so. Well, we have 17 minutes gone here in the first half, and it is Kildare Cadets trailing by 1 point, and Antrim's number 10 Mcgill keeping him in the drive. And here's another effort in for Antrim. That looks good, and not off the head from the man with the green flag to the man with the white, and Antrim are gone into overdrive at the moment as the spectators enjoy this one and encourage their family members on here today. A lot of them making the long journey from Antrim down. Kildare not so far away, but still a bit of a journey, but it is the Celtic challenge, and it is Antrim leading by 2 now. Another great score. We'll stay with play and come to Marissa in a moment. This is the number 12, which is Marcus Toner, plays for the Davids club up there, switches it back down to Shawnee McIntosh. Shawnee McIntosh is number 21. His ball across towards Oscar Smith, didn't work out. Kildare clear their lines, but only send it straight down towards 2 Antrim defenders. But however, to pick up the pieces and get a rub of the green now. Here comes their number 7 for Kildare Cadets, Owen Hayes from Kilcock, goes through to the 13-metre line, fires the shot, he puts it in and over the bar. He still had a bit to do, but he took that very well, and I said the nerves might be shaken off a few minutes ago. Game on now. 2 great scores either end of the park.
Yeah, 2 great scores. Initially from the Antrim, number 11 Caelan O'Connor, who's the first scorer outside of Mcgill to get his name on the score sheet, but brilliant stuff from Kildare there. Con Keogh went all the way back to his own half back line to win possession there down, and we know that Owen Hayes loves to get forward.
And there's a great ball gathered in the forward line, and an intelligent ball switched inside from the hard working Sean Maher. Now what can Conor Tracy do with this one? He does very well. His first touch just deprived him, but to be fair, he was put under a little bit of pressure by the Antrim number 5, and the Antrim number 5 is Aaron Carey from the St. Paul's club. He's driven it downfield, and can Antrim resurrect the score after defending so well here? There's the turn, that could be a foul. The danger man showed well for that, Kieran Mcgill. The Kildare defender had committed himself, Luke Dunleavy, and the man from Naas can have no complaints. But I have to say, Dunleavy, who was outstanding right throughout the tournament, I felt he was a little unfortunate there because he's a great defender and he has a bit of size over the man he tackled, with all due respects to the Antrim number 10, but I felt Kildare were a little bit unfortunate, but a free in the rule book.
Well, there was a bit of a tinge of rugby tackling there in that one, but as you said, Luke Dunleavy, a brilliant man marker.
And of all the great work he's done from open play, Kieran Mcgill has put this one to the left and wide, and that's not the first bad wide we've seen from a free throughout the finals here this afternoon, but he completely miscued that time.
Yeah, unfortunate for him, but he'll shake that off. He's a quality player.
Here come Antrim picking up the pieces on the 65 in the Kildare half of the park. Good play by the full back line again. Now out. Ooh, there's a big shoulder. That's Dermot O'Sullivan stuff. That's the corner back for Kildare, Luke Dunleavy, the man from Naas, and he was like the rock coming forward that time. Now he gets it downfield. Cormac Nolan, the man from Maynooth. What can he do this time? Nolan against Spoonside. There's a goal chance now. Oh, good keeping, but he didn't get it out. Oh, hits the post, and it's gone out to the left and wide. My word, how did that stay out? How did that stay out? He wasn't mean with the ball. He distributed it across. Just watch it again. That's the Antrim chance a few moments ago. You might see the replay. Yeah, there's Dunleavy winning that ball. Out he came. There we go. Bang. Look at that for a shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. Dermot O'Sullivan, eat your heart out. He got it downfield towards Cormac Nolan. Beautiful stick work from Nolan. Look at that. All the way. Should he have gone? No, he was decent. He gave the pass. Went for the flick. Now the keeper did well. He advanced off his line. Kildare, no luck. Hits the post and it goes wide. Marissa, if you were a Kildare player, you would be gutted. No luck at the end of the day after a brilliant move. What a shoulder.
Yeah, fantastic from Luke Dunleavy. I wouldn't like to be on the receiving end of that. They'll be wondering how that effort didn't go in, but down the other end, Antrim sent another effort wide from Shawnee McIntosh that time. They needed that just to get a response and stamp their authority in this game.
21 minutes gone, 5 points Antrim, 4 points to the Kildare Cadets. They can change that. Oh, that ball is out for a 65 and that was stopped and saved brilliantly. Not quite sure if the keeper or the full-back. Dunleavy again. He was a star in the semi-final last week. Here it is again.
I think it was the keeper, Darragh O'Shaughnessy, that time. We saw him making a few incredible saves last week against Sligo. And another one there, just turned his back to it and out for a 65. Brilliant stuff from the goalkeeper. He's been so solid for Kildare Cadets throughout this competition.
I think it was well covered no matter what, because four and the goalkeeper, one dived one way, one dived the other. However, Antrim have the 65. Here it goes. They ain't hanging around. That looks good from here, and Antrim take the score to 6 points to Kildare Cadets 4. 22 minutes played in O'Connor Park in Tullamore in the fifth of our finals in the Celtic Challenge in the Michael FEERY Cup, the Corn Michael FEERY. It's our fifth final. Here's the chance again. Dunleavy put in the hook. There's the shot. It hit off Dunleavy. Yeah, that's what it did do, and while it looked like the keeper might have stopped it, Dunleavy to the 4 last week in the semi-final, to the 4 here in the final. 23 minutes just about on the clock. 2-point game, but this will go to the wire, Marissa.
It absolutely will. Two well-matched teams here. You know, Kildare trailing by 3, but they're working their socks off to win possession there, and they just can't seem to get the final touch right, and that's holding them back. But in the second half, with the strong breeze at their backs, you'd expect them to come roaring into this game.
There's a massive free from the Antrim corner back. There's a helmet gone flying there. The Kildare lost it, but Antrim are not worried. Here's the shot for goal. It's stopped, and that's another brilliant save in the Celtic Challenge Bank of Ireland finals. Darragh O'Shaughnessy of the Kildare Cadets deflecting it out for a 65. He threw his body right across that. Just watch this reverse angle from our camera at the back of the goal. There's the ball breaking, and here comes the run from the Antrim man. Turns in field. There's the shot. Oh, what a great stop. What a great stop. Some brave goalkeeping we have seen today. Great examples of goalkeeping in the Celtic Challenge.
Yeah,
it's out for a 65.
It was a great shot initially from Pierce McEgan, but what a stop from Darragh O'Shaughnessy. There was no doubt that it was him that did it this time. He's keeping Kildare in this match. Brilliant stop.
Centre back Aidan Scullion with the 65 sends it in, and he stuck it straight between the posts, and we're heading towards the final 5 minutes of the first half. Great example of free taking there. Well, that's not a free, it's a dead ball situation, all right, but Aidan Scullion, a great name in Antrim hurling as well. He's put that between the sticks. A goal between them now. It's 3 points.
Yeah, Kildare is still well in this. We've seen some fantastic skill from them throughout this game. We know what they can do when they get the ball to the likes of Con Keogh, Sean Maher, Diarmaid Mangan. They have seriously dangerous forwards up there, so they just need to use possession wisely, work it up the field. Antrim have big men back there, so long ball might not be working for them at the moment. So just work it up and take their chances when they come, because they will come.
They certainly will. Marissa Kennedy on commentary with us here today, working with Pundit Arena just a year, I think, this weekend. A graduate of UL, a tremendous sporting college as well, and great college for all the great subjects that students want to study. And coming from the journalism background, but looking like you have a great future in this game, Marissa. Second time ever to do analysis on games. You're absolutely flying it.
You're making it easy for me, Brendan.
6 points to 3. Antrim leading here in the Michael FEERY Cup final in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge for 2019. A huge weekend for hurling. The Celtic Challenge today, the Munster hurling final tomorrow, and the Leinster finals tomorrow. We wish all
the Joe
the teams
McDonagh Cup,
and the Joe McDonagh. We mustn't forget the Joe McDonagh. Laois and Westmeath. Eddie Brennan of Kilkenny training Laois, and Westmeath, who were defeated in the original Joe McDonagh, the inaugural Joe McDonagh by Carlow, who went on to do great things in the Division 2 of hurling, get to Division 1 and graduated to the Leinster Championship for 2019. So there is hope for the smaller counties, and Laois and Westmeath will serve up a cracker tomorrow as well.
Absolutely, and we're seeing that here today with Kildare and Antrim. Brilliant skill throughout the game so far, and they're just a credit to their counties.
7
Luke
points.
Dunleavy there again.
Luke Dunleavy, brilliant.
Blocked down.
7 points to 4. Antrim lead here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. We're into the 26 minutes. So Antrim 7, Kildare Cadets 4. And it is the final 5 minutes of the first half now. So it is a line ball on that far side. And we've had a few. So Antrim placing that ball. Now, can they cause something of a surprise for the Kildare Cadets before half time? There's the sideline ball. Went to require distance from the time it was struck, and now it's won by Conal McGlynn rather. He plays for Carey Falls, sends it down, drops dangerously. Keeper's got to be good here. He was excellent. Knocks it out, but it's still only as far as the 20-metre line. And Antrim try and pick this one and to have it, and here's the danger man again, shortens the grip on the stick. He's a complete hurler, he's absolutely top class. His name is Kieran Mcgill from the Shane O'Neill's club, and that's as good as you can do on any given day, let it be a Celtic Challenge final, county final or whatever. He's a quality player, Marissa.
Yeah, Kildare Cadets have dropped number 14 Stephen Moran back to try and curb his influence, but there's no stopping Kieran Mcgill at the moment. He's absolutely fantastic.
So 27 minutes gone here in Boardnamona O'Connor Park.
Fantastic response there from Kildare.
3 minutes to half time. So Kildare have got the score, so 8 points to 5 now. So it's all about the scoreboard at the moment. 8 points to 5 and Antrim lead.
Yeah, great response there from Kildare, and they're really fighting hard now in the second half. Owen Hayes leading the way from wing back.
Yeah, that ball is going to run out of space because it was Sean Maher doing the intelligent thing. I often heard Liam Fennelly on about that years ago. Always hit the ball in the way you're facing and keep it moving, and he played it along the outside. The Kildare number 12 from Moorfield, but the ball just ran dead. Now the umpire is signalling that it took a little bit of a deflection, so Kildare get the rub of the green. They're wearing a bit of green, the Kildare Cadets. They are known as the Lily White County, but the last team, or the other team in the competition, as Marissa was saying, were the Lily Whites. But this is a 65. The sun dips in behind the cloud again. The breeze seems to be changing now and blowing from left to right, from the stand side right across, and the big man comes down in front of us, Sean Maher from the Moorfield club in Kildare. He's 7 metres in from the sideline on the 65. He'll have the length. Will he have the accuracy? Marissa?
Yeah, great, difficult angle for him, but if Kildare could go in 2 points behind, it'd be a great showing for them from this first half, because Antrim really have taken control in this game.
Well, here is the number 12, Sean Maher. He sends it in, and it's going to drop inside the 13-metre line. Danger still not averted. Bit of a battle for possession over there in a right half back position, but the number 8 for Antrim is back there. That's Callum Kilgore. That's a great take by Kildare. That's their number 9 in the yellow helmet there, Michael Kane. Michael Kane did very, very well, but Antrim win it back. So it's a game of backs and forwards at the moment, and Antrim drive that out of defence, and it's gone straight off a Kildare stick. So Antrim will have the line ball, and we approach the final minute of this first half in the Corn Michael FEERY. So the Michael FEERY Cup in our 5th final of the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge here live on Pundit Arena. Don't forget, coming up at 19:30, so 7:30 this evening, Roscommon versus Limerick Sarsfields, and Jerome O'Leary is the cup we will play for there. So the Corn Jerome O'Leary, so that will be at 7:30. The day has just flown by. We've got a great participation here today from all the counties, and to all the teams that played, and the 1,300 players in the Celtic Challenge. They all deserve huge credit as that ball again flicks out over the line. It looks like both teams are just waiting for that half-time whistle. There's a puck of a ball between them. 8 points to 5, 3 points between them, but this man has been good for Antrim in this first half, Aidan Scullion, but the man so far that's done all the donkey work, Kieran Mcgill, brilliant first half for him. Absolutely,
yeah, incredible forward. Kildare just can't seem to get him under control, but it's the ball he's being presented with as well. He's getting himself into space, he's finding the best angles for himself, and some wonderful scores from him.
Yes, indeed. It's clock's gone red now, so we're into added time, still 8-5. Here come Antrim trying to win possession back. Colm Kilgore from the Emmets Club in County Antrim gets it to his number 14. That's Pierce McKeegan. McKeegan goes forward, has a look at the post. He says, I'll have a go here. McKeegan's done well, and he's got that score. Brilliant work. Great score by him. Good accuracy in the end, and Antrim extend their lead to 4 points.
Yeah, Kildare really need to try something different in the second half to curb their influence. As we said, they've already dropped their full forward Stephen Moran back, but there's no stopping these Antrim forwards at the moment.
Well, here's another free from a man I have mentioned earlier on in the commentary, Aidan Scullion. He's had a good steady first half. He now has a free. He's about 1 metre inside his own half of the park. Is this to be the last chance for Antrim in this first half? He really gave that everything. That is an absolutely super score. He was 1 metre inside his own half, a couple of metres in from the sideline, wind assisted, but he still had to strike it, keep it on course. But the centre half back Scullion has scored an absolute cracker.
I'd have to say, if I saw Ronan Maher scoring one like that tomorrow, I'd be a happy woman.
Provided you'd win the match.
That's it.
Great score one way or the other at a time, and all of a sudden from going 1 point up, 2 points up, they're now 5 points up going in at half time, the Saffrons.
Yeah, I think the difference is Antrim are taking their chances when they come along. Kildare have hit a few bad wides and a few balls down into the Antrim goalkeeper Jimmy Joe Burns, and that's just the difference at the moment. Antrim are taking their chances when they come along.
Well, Dominic McKinley is their banished door. Simon McRory, Eamon Grieve, Mark Carey and Brendan McLaughlin, their backroom team at Antrim. For Kildare, Damien Byrne, Mark Carroll, Brendan Corcoran, Tom Cronin and Paul Dillon. That's the Kildare Cadets backroom team, and compliments to all those people as Kildare send in a big ball, and the referee was just about to blow the whistle, but have a chance here. Kildare turning. That's brilliant defending. They know how dangerous the Kildare number 12 Sean Maher is, and his ball was blocked down there. The referee blows the half-time whistle. He calls for the sliotar. It's been Antrim's first half, but we do know Kildare are quite capable of bouncing back here, but the Antrim defence has held them short in this first half. But some good individual performance on the Antrim team, and particularly from Aidan Scullion. But the man that's keeping the scoreboard ticking over is a man called Kieran Mcgill. Half-time at Boardnamona O'Connor Park in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. Corn Michael FEERY, our 5th match final of the day. It's half time, and Antrim lead by 5 points. It's Antrim 10 points, it's Kildare Cadets 5 points. What have you made of it all, Marissa?
Yeah, I think that last phase of play just summed up the first half. Sean Maher got himself into an advantageous position. He won possession, but just a brilliant block down there from Luke Mullen, the Antrim substitute, and that just was summed up the first half, really, wasn't it? The Antrim defence really on top here. Their midfield is pushing back to help out. Colm Kilgore in particular, he's acting as their 7th defender, and it's really just curbing the influence of the likes of Con Keogh and Sean Maher, but we know they can do damage in the second half with the strong breeze at their back. Well,
don't go too far. That is the half-time score. In about 5 minutes time we'll be back with all the second half action here in our second last final, our 5th final in all here today in the Corn Michael FEERY Cup. It's Antrim 10 points, Kildare Cadets 5 points. But just before we do take the half-time break, just to recap, if you've just joined our coverage or in from work, Leitrim defeated Longford in the Tom Hogan Cup earlier on. In the Corn John Scott, a classic game, Kerry and Dublin. There was 8 goals and 31 points scored in that match. Kerry were successful in that match. It was our second final. Derry took on the Galway Tribesmen. The men from Derry have lifted the Corn William Robinson Cup to become the most successful team in the Celtic Challenge thus far since 2016. The Corn Michael Hogan Cup was between Galway Maroon and North Cork. Well, Galway people got a chance to bite back because Galway Maroon had a good win over North Cork in that competition. And now here in the 5th final, it's half time. Antrim lead the Kildare Cadets, as it shows on your screens. They're 10 points to 5. But again, don't go too far, because coming up at 7:30 it's Roscommon versus Limerick Sarsfields for the Jerome O'Leary Cup. That should be an absolute cracker as well. We'll be back in about 5 minutes time with all the second half action here from the Corn Michael FEERY Cup, with Antrim lead at half time 10 points to 5. So we're just about to get going in the second half of the Michael FEERY Cup, and it is Antrim leading by 5 points at half time. Kildare need a good start here, Marissa.
They do. They really need to get the first score in the game just to assert their dominance. They do have the breeze at their back now, but it has died down since the first half. But with the likes of Con Keogh, Diarmuid Mangan and Sean Maher, you'd expect them to come roaring back into this.
Well, Antrim will play from left to right in this, the second half, in their saffron shirts. Their number 11 gets the first touch there, Quaylen O'Connor. He sends it down to the half forward line. Kildare's right half back rather, Morgan Dunn. He's done well this time, and he gets a bit of assistance from Con Keogh, who Marissa had singled out for some good work in that first half, but it is a free to Kildare from their own 45-metre line, and it is Dunleavy, the man to take this. I think this is Luke Dunleavy. Yes, it's Luke Dunleavy. Now he'll put this in around the house, Marissa, because he's got the breeze to carry it all the way, and there it is. It's a missile. So it's going to drop in around the house, and it's going to trickle out for a wide. It's a wasted opportunity as such, but there wasn't that many players down where he landed. It was 2 against 2 to be fair, and that's all was there.
Yeah, another wasted opportunity, as you said, for Kildare. They had a few wides in the first half and a few balls dropping into Jimmy Joe Burns, so they'll be disappointed with their return, considering how many scoring opportunities they're creating, and that really was
Antrim.
the difference.
Lovely ball from their number 14. That is Pierce McKeegan down to the corner forward position, but it didn't work out for Antrim, and now Kildare come back and clear this. What was the instruction from their banished door, Damien Byrne, at half time? Antrim just proving that little more difficult to handle this weekend. Michael Walsh from the St. Paul's Club, famous name in hurling, with Michael Brick Walsh of Waterford and Michael Walsh, former Kilkenny goalkeeper, has Antrim clear it downfield. Aidan Scullion, good first half from Aidan, some lovely dead ball situations. Antrim going looking for another score. This is Marcus Toner from the Davits Club, and he went for the strike, but it's another 65, and I think of all the games we had today, this will be the third 65 in the fifth of our finals, the Michael FEERY final, and it is a 65-metre ball to Antrim, and the centre back took the last one in the first half, which was Aidan Scullion. Will we see Aidan taking this one into the Kilbeggan Road end goal at Borden O'Connor Park, and he has possession of the ball. He comes forward, he is a beautiful striker of the ball, so well within his scope, but into the breeze, but he still should get it.
Yeah, absolutely. He lovely strike in the first half to stick one over, and he'll back himself to do it again now here.
Here he is with the lift. There's the strike. He pitched it beautifully. Now it's just hanging up there with the breeze, and the ball breaks onto the 20-metre line. Kildare will tidy it up, send it to the half-back line, and just overshoots the runway, and then it just breaks in the middle of the park, and Antrim get a touch on it through Kilgore, and won back by Sean Gleeson, Selbridge player. Strong in club hurling in Kildare as they are in football, Selbridge. And here comes Kildare Cadets now. This is Conor Tracy, another Selbridge man, fires it in, and Tracy sticks it over the bar, and that's a good reply. They've pulled it back. At half time it was 10 points to 5. It's now 10 points to 6 in favour of Antrim. So Kildare now on 6 points, and we've 33 minutes played. We're 3 minutes into that second half.
Yeah, that's more of what we need to see from Kildare. Work their forwards into that space, work the ball up, and they can get those scores.
Well, here come Antrim. Goal chance here. Danger man again. 3 Kildare defenders. It creeps over the line. Look who it is again. Kieran Mcgill from the Shane O'Neill's club in Antrim. He's a bit of a Harry Potter, this fella. He's a bit of magic attached to him. He's got it again. There was 3 Kildare defenders there. There's the big ball down in around the house, as we say. He still had a bit to do. There he is, getting his first touch. Up he gets, turns the keeper. 1 goal side of him was the right half back, and he just had enough strength to get it past to Morgan Dunn. It just dribbled over the line, and Antrim lead 1-10-5. They're really in the ascendancy now, Marissa.
Yeah, that's a huge moment in the game. Stephen Moran just slipped as he was marking Mcgill, giving him that space to run inside. He was never going to miss from there.
15 has raised a beautiful ball there. Kieran McGill, he plays for the Naomh own club. And the Kildare goalkeeper Darragh O'Shaughnessy is quick to advance off his line this time, but hasn't sent the ball to one of his own men, and it comes straight back in off the stick of Conlett McKinley from Kerry Falls. But the Kildare goalkeeper under pressure does well again. Credit to Darragh O'Shaughnessy. Back out to Antrim's 21, which is Shawnee McIntosh. And there they send it in. McIntosh played it back out to a player coming forward, and Antrim are really taking a foothold in this game now in the Michael FEERY Cup final here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, live from Bordnamona O'Connor Park. 1-11 to 6 points. Antrim lead Kildare. 5 minutes played in the second half. It's a huge start for Antrim in the second half, Marissa, but Kildare really needed to start.
It really is a brilliant start from Antrim. They're really asserting their dominance now, but Kildare are right back in this. You know, a 1 goal could change this game in their fortune. Brilliant catch there from Sean Gleeson to win possession, and he's winning it free here now.
Yeah, what do you think of your mate Oisin on stadium announcements today as well? He's really up in the world this week, isn't he? Co-commentary and stadium announcer, what a man.
He's introducing the Dublin accent down here in the Midlands, that's for sure.
There we go, we can't split him in 2. They're looking to split Dublin in 2. Anyway, here's the free for Luke Dunleavy of the Kildare Cadets, midway between the 265s. He's banging the halfway line, to be fair. That's exactly where he is. He's got some strike on the ball, Dunleavy, and that is big, but it's not accurate. It's another missed opportunity for Kildare. So if you've just joined us, Kildare Cadets in the green and white jerseys against Antrim in their saffron and white.
Yeah, another disappointing wide there for Kildare. They'll be disappointed with their shooting because they are, as we said, creating those chances but just not finishing, and probably Luke Dunleavy probably took the wrong action there, should have dropped it in. Well,
here come Kildare. Can Owen Hayes do something for them? The young man from Kilcock, it's a great penetrating run from him, pulls on it, sends it towards the goal. Oh, that's wide as well. The scoreboard is 1-10 to Antrim. Kildare 6 points. 1-10 to 6. 1-11 to 6 rather.
Yeah, Owen Hayes will be disappointed with that. You know, we've seen some brilliant runs from him. We know he loves to get forward, and we know he can finish, so he'll be disappointed with that effort.
1-11 to 6 points. Antrim lead here in sun-drenched Bordnamona O'Connor Park. Fair old battle for the ball back there in the half-back line. They're all struggling to gain a little bit of possession now. What it is, Antrim going forward again and move to the full forward line in this the second half is Kieran Mcgill. Turning this time, doesn't strike it as well. Just Darragh O'Shaughnessy took his eye off it momentarily, but to be fair, he got it back into his grasp and he's cleared the ball down to the middle of the park. Now Kildare's number 19 is Rian O'Gorman from Salads. He sends it to a right half forward position. Here's the danger man now, Sean Maher. Kildare need Maher to strike, and he has turned and put it between the sticks, but he can't do it all on his own. But it was a good move, it was positive from Kildare, and they're on to 7 points now. 1-11 to 7. Antrim lead in Tullamore in the Michael FEERY Cup final here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge on Pundit Arena. That's the platform you're watching this match on. And lots of great highlight packages as well. Kildare have now hit a bit of a purple patch, and that's another great long range point, Marissa. Now they're back in it, never out of it, to be fair to them, but all they need is to tag on a few scores like that, and before they know where they are, get back to within 3 points, anything can happen. But they'll have to deprive Antrim of scores going forward. What
a score there from Con Keogh. We've mentioned his influence there earlier on, and that's what Kildare need. You saw Rian O'Gorman delivering a ball into space for Sean Maher, and that's where they're dangerous.
Here come Antrim. Their midfielders had a go at this one, just drops a little bit short. Keeper again, Darragh O'Shaughnessy, busy man for Kildare. Dara sends it down to the middle of the park. Kildare, can they win their own ball? Antrim rise that ball and trying to turn out of trouble. Before he got it was Luke Mullen. And Luke Mullen did well enough in the end because it falls favourably to Shawnee McIntosh. He's a Glenariff club player up there in Antrim. A bit of ground hurling from the centre forward. Quaylen O'Connor. Quaylen drives it downfield and goes back looking for it, and the referee has spotted a foul. Free out will come to Kildare. I'm not quite sure what that was for, but the referee was right on top of play there. He's given the free. Maybe you spotted a little infringement there, Marissa, but still 1-11 Kildare with the free.
Yeah, taking it quickly now and dropping it in. They're looking to up the pace this game while they have the momentum.
He scored a beautiful point. Yeah, he's just top quality. Said it a moment ago. Sean Maher is his name. Morvey man. He was outstanding last week. He gives a few fist pumps and says, come on lads, we can do much better than this. And they can, because we know what Kildare are capable of, but we can't take anything away from Antrim. They've got some terrific scores in this game so far.
Yeah, what we've seen from the likes of Sean Maher and Conkyo is that they're running out to the wings to win that ball, because it's all very narrow in the first half, so they're pulling out and winning possession there.
Well, change of tactics might work well for Kildare now. Here's their number 25, Harry Young from Salins. Sends a ball down to the middle of the park. First touch is vital. Line ball will favour Kildare. Referee for this game, Aidan Ferguson from County Fermanagh. It's the second last of our finals today. There's the Antrim backroom team in your picture on that sideline. Dominic McKinley, Simon McRory, Eamon Grieve, Mark Carey and Brendan McLaughlin. All there. 112-8 it is. That's a total of 15 points to it. There's 7 between them. Beautiful stick work by Pierce McKeegan, sending it in. Oh, stopped by the keeper. Stop, the referee says foul in there, or was it square ball or whatever he's indicating, but it's a free out anyway to Kildare. And some lovely skill from the Antrim number 14, Pierce McKeegan. He really did well, nearly got the finish but didn't work out.
Yeah, absolutely. And before that, the sideline cut from Luke Mullen, brilliant cut in to McKeegan, and Mullen suffered an injury there just before that, so he shook it off to send that ball.
It's man on man at the moment here in this corner. Michael FEERY turning and striking. Now this man is absolutely unbelievable. He has it all. Right side, left side, follow through. Goals, points, you name it. Kieran Mcgill, what a score. Another tremendous score from him. He's really a joy to watch. Absolutely.
We've seen some marquee forwards throughout this competition, some real class forwards, and he's up there with the best.
Certainly is. Here come Kildare. So is this man turning and striking. Now we've got 2 great marksmen on show here today. That's Sean Maher, the Moorfield man. Another great score from Sean. And I said he can't do it all on his own, with no disrespect to the rest of the Kildare lads, but 10 and 12 are doing very well. 10 for Antrim Mcgill, 12 for Kildare Sean Maher. He's living up to form. Another long ball comes downfield. 1-12-10. 41 minutes gone in a 60-minute game. Kildare playing with urgency now. That was Morgan Dunn, the Maynooth player, sending it to the middle of the park. Here goes Con Kehoe rather. Con with a big one. Now it's 1 against 1 down in the full forward line. Breaking ball inside the D, and Kildare have it. Turning and striking, didn't get the clarity it so required from Sean Maher stick that time. He will be disappointed, but Kildare are playing, and here he is again, Sean Maher. Good block down by number 7 for Antrim, Conal Midlin. Midlin did really well, and you've spotted something, Marissa.
Yeah, we're going down to the sideline here to talk to the Antrim management.
Yes, indeed. O'Sheen is with the Antrim management team.
You finding the game?
So far so good. We seem to be on top. We're playing great stuff, but it's a tough game. I must say Kildare putting it up to us, and great competition. And I would say thanks to Gaelfast for their help and resources, or we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, Kildare proving to be tough opposition. How are you finding them?
Their forwards are very strong. We had a few injuries, so we've had to rejig, but so far so good.
And what would it mean for your lads to collect silverware here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Chapter?
It would be amazing. I mean, this would be great. I think this is primarily an under-16 team playing in a minor competition, and it's a good experience for our lads, I must say.
Brendan, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the game. Good luck.
Okay.
Well, there we are. very young Antrim team, all under 16, and leading the game by 112 to 11 points. So it is Antrim and Kildare in the corn. Michael FEERY and Kildare have got another one, and that's another well taken point. So he said the truth, it's very competitive and it's not easy. 112 to 10, now 112 to 11 points. So there's 4 between them, Marissa.
Yeah, great score there from Jack Mulvihill and great layoff from Diarmuid Mangan to find him. So they've really found their groove in this match now.
Here come Antrim again. This is Antrim's Shawnee McIntosh. He's lively, gets it downfield towards Conlett McKinley. McKinley fires at the post, but McKinley puts this one right and wide. I talked about the umpire was going there. He was looking for Hawkeye, but we ain't got that in O'Connor Park. But we will have it tomorrow in Croke Park. I'm not quite sure about the Gaelic grounds in Limerick, but
unfortunately not.
We have it in Thurles as well, but not in Tullamore. But he signalled it was gone to the left and wide. I thought he was making the shape of a television there to come upstairs. The only ones upstairs is Marissa Kennedy and myself, Brendan Hennessy, on commentary for Pundit Arena in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, which has been a fantastic tournament with 1,300 players taking part right throughout the competition. And since its inauguration in 2016, it's been a fantastic competition. Here comes Aidan Scullion with another free. He's really given this one plenty of height. It's going to drop to the edge of the large parallelogram, and he gets it. It could be a foul, but the referee is allowing play to continue. And the ball is scooped from inside the 14-metre line, and Kildare have to defend this. The danger man is there, Pierce McKeegan, so is Kieran Mcgill. Kildare have done well. Now they need the next score, Kildare. They're well within the game now. The full-back is Sean Costello, their number 3. Bit of ground hurling from him. Lovely first touch from the centre-back. Shortens the grip on the stick, sends it to the half-forward line. All they've got to do is play keep ball. They have it. Lovely play again from their number 12. He's joy to watch. Sean Maher is his name. Feeds it across towards Diarmuid Mangan. Mangan wears 13, goes for a shot from distance, and this is the Kildare we've seen in the semi-finals. That's as good a score as you will see at any level in a game of hurling, and that was sublimely finished by Diarmuid Mangan, the young man from Sallins. Brilliant move, Marissa, brilliant finish, but another key member and a catalyst in that move was Sean Maher.
Yeah, and we've seen the movement from this Kildare full forward line so far, and it's been brilliant in the second half. Owen Hayes had got himself in a goal scoring opportunity there, but Mangan happy to take his point.
And here he goes again, Sean Maher, wide this time to bring it to a 2-point game. 45 minutes gone, 15 remaining here in O'Connor Park, Tullamore. 112 to 12. Indeed, this game is possibly going to go to the wire. In the interview there, Antrim said they were kind of in control, but you never know in underage hurling.
Yeah, no, Kildare coming right back into this, giving Antrim a scare. Some brilliant forwards have just dominated this game in the second half, the likes of Maher and Con Keogh and Diarmuid Mangan all roaring into this game.
Well, it's a line ball to Kildare, and they will be a line ball to Kildare, and the scoreboard should read 112 Antrim, 13 points to Kildare Cadets, and that is rectified on your graphic there now. We've had a long day here in O'Connor Park, Tullamore, and we just have to compliment our cameramen who've all been working so hard, and our engineers and technicians and our directors and producers. They've done a fantastic job right throughout this Celtic Challenge, and here we are in the second last final of the day in the 2019 Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge finals. Kildare come looking for scores, the last man to get one. Here comes Diarmuid Mangan turning, striking, and they're 2 wides that Kildare could have done with. It's gone to the right and wide on that far side, Marissa. 112 to 13, 15 points to 13. Not the end of the world for the Kildare Cadets.
Yeah, it's just showing that Kildare are finding joy out in those wings. That's where Antrim seem to be uncomfortable and a little bit vulnerable. So Maher and Diarmuid Mangan really bringing the game out to those and finding joy out there.
All breaks in the middle of the park. Kildare get a touch on it. That's Con Keogh, the Moorfield man. He's done well. He had to get a swing one arm. He's put under pressure here by the hard working Aidan Scullion. Scullion comes forward. Lovely control from Scullion. Gone to the 20-metre line. Scullion going looking for the goal. His flight path was cut off, but Antrim still have possession. Kildare have got strength and numbers back behind. The shot comes from the number 11, I think, has finished that, and that's Quaylen O'Connor from the Macillan club. He's put it in and over the bar, and he did well, to be fair, but the penetrating one was absolutely fantastic from Antrim going forward.
Scullion has been immense in this game so far. He's won a number of frees down that wing. His runs are just something that Kildare can't match. He was being tracked there by Sean Gleeson, but there was no way he was going to catch Scullion.
Yeah, Kildare with some beautiful individual hurlers as well. Great team to get it up as far as this final here in the Celtic Challenge. And now it's Antrim with a sideline ball right in front of our press position here. The number 23 for Antrim is Luke Mullen. He's taken this one downfield. And Luke Mullen sent it downfield, but Kildare win it back. They're working hard. Their number 13 comes back to help out there, Dermot Mangan, and he wins a free midway between the 45 and 65 in his own half of the park. Now, we've seen good distance put on the slitter, sending it down the field, taking scores. Kildare have got to use this well. They're trailing by 3 points. They need something to keep themselves in the game from this situation.
And just outside of your camera shot, we can see the space that is available for Kildare in both wings. So if we know that if he puts those in either corner there, they have the forwards with the pace to go out. But Callum Kilgore there, I think he was watching Ulster a bit too often in the rugby there, because that was a bit of a wild tackle here.
Here comes the ball. It's a yellow sliotar. It's the most up-to-date one in the market at the moment. There's a chip inside of it, but there's a chip inside this man for Antrim as well. He's read this like a book. Conlett McKinley from Carey Falls up there in Antrim wins it, sends it to the middle of the park. The referee has spotted an infringement, and it's going to be a free, not from where the ball landed, but yes it is, because the linesman is there. He's radioed to tell him that it was still 3 between them. We're into the 49th minute, 11 minutes remaining. Marissa, the second last of our matches here in Bord Namona O'Connor Park in the Celtic Challenge. 1-13 to 13. There's hope for Kildare Cadets, because the man stepping up to take this free is normally a 99.9% man. I don't want to put the mockers on him, but it's the number 12, Sean Maher.
We'll stay quiet until he takes it in case. No, but he's been absolutely fantastic so far.
Here goes Sean. He looked comfortable enough hitting that ball, but he fell off it a bit. The rise wasn't it. I think they call that the commentator's curse.
That's what they call it, all right. We'll take the blame for that one.
1-13 to 13. It's really a score Kildare needed. And now we head towards the final 10 minutes here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. There's a change on the Antrim team. On comes number 22, Owen Kennedy from the Nave Aina club. So just to remind our viewers again about the rule on the substitutes, Marissa.
Yeah, unlimited substitutes in this game, and it's which is fantastic, because it allows everyone to play their part, and also it gives tired legs a chance to regenerate. Sean
Costello won a great ball. He tried to play the short pass, which hasn't worked out, but Aidan Scullion has been instrumental for the Antrim men this afternoon. Sends a great ball downfield. First touch wasn't great. The defending is good from Kildare at the moment. The Antrim just boot through the ball inside that 45, but it's tidied up by Kildare Cadets, and down the field it goes. Now, can they orchestrate something this time? Again, 2 against 2, but it's a good take by Antrim's 24, which is James McAllister from the Rory Oak club up there in Antrim. He gets it down towards Shawnee McIntosh down towards the full forward line. He was looking to find his number 11, Killian O'Connor, and it falls away from O'Connor after he addressed that ball. And if Kildare were wide on one end, Antrim are now gone wide on the Kilbeggan Road end here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. 21 minutes gone in the second half. 1-13 to Antrim, 13 points to Kildare Cadets. A puck of the ball between them here in Bord Namona O'Connor Park. Back come Antrim, Kieran Mcgill. He's been outstanding. Lovely ball comes across towards Conal Midlin. Midlin looks down, and it's another wide for Antrim, and they could come back to haunt Antrim, even though they're leading the game.
They could, because Kildare are taking their chances when they have them now, but worrying enough for Kildare. Luke Dunleavy is after walking up to the medics there on the sideline, holding his hand, so we hope there's nothing too serious for him.
There's a good old battle here between. Here's a chance now, Antrim. Here's the shot. Oh, it's a good block down. Where's the ball gone? I ask, and it's just fallen inside the small square. It was Sean Gleeson, the Celbridge club player, who got the vital block down that time, and has that to be another turning point. However, Antrim still lead here in the Corn Michael FEERY Cup final here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, live on Pundit Arena. 1-13 Antrim, 13 points to Kildare Cadets. 22 minutes gone in the second half. We've exactly 8 minutes remaining. This game, I've said it once, maybe twice, and possibly 3 times, it could go to the wire.
Yeah, it's turning into a real battle for possession now. In the absence of Dunleavy, the Kildare backs are really stepping up. Brilliant block there from the number 6, Sean Gleeson. They're really battling to stay in this game, but they still are trailing by 3. They need to get the ball down to their forwards.
Certainly do. There's a scrum for possession between the two 65s, and it was Kildare who won it, but when the Kildare man Sean Costello tried to get away his clearance, it was deflected out over the line. Kildare have the line ball right down in front of us, and it still remains a 3-point game. 23 minutes on the clock, 7 remaining. So Kildare will have this line ball, and this is Stephen Moran placing this ball. So from a defensive part of the park, he strikes it beautifully. Well played, Stephen. Just didn't get it to his own man. They'll have to work to win it, and Kildare are working and trying to shovel that ball up, and who's there but Sean Costello for Kildare. Now it's Cormac Nolan for Kildare, but it's Antrim's defence that have come out and won this time, and we've got to give credit to a man defending that time for Antrim, which was Pierce McKeegan, the Rory Oaks club player. Pierce McKeegan's name has cropped up a lot this afternoon. He's given it a fair old rattle this game, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's popped up there in the half back line to help out, but he's been really influential up front as well.
And it's still a 3-point game. We're into the 24th minute, 6 minutes remaining here in Tullamore. Here come Kildare. What can they do, I hear you say? Dermot Mangan downfield. Now Antrim are gone cute at 4 men goal side of him when he got that ball, and out come Antrim with possession towards their own 65. Aidan Scullion again, he's been rock solid in that number 6 jersey, pivotal to the Antrim cause. Now it goes down towards Marcus Toner from the Davids club. He sends it in, but the number 6 for Kildare, Sean Gleeson, was stood in the full back line. That's where he's playing at the moment. He is the full back. He's done well. It's up and down stuff at the moment. Kildare can't get that 3-pointer to put them back in the game as Antrim come forward to try and extend their lead. Their full forward line is withdrawn a little, and there's hard work being created by Caelan O'Connor, or Caelan, whichever way you like to say it, is or Queelan, some people call it, hasn't capitalised on it, and Kildare have. The Kildare number 25 in your picture with the ball that time was Harry Young from the Salons club in Kildare, just off the M7 outside of Naas. But back come Antrim. Aidan Scullion again. Referee says you've overrun with the ball. And is that the first time in the 5 finals today I've seen someone overstepping it and see it blown? But the discipline from the players and playing to the rules has been fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I've only seen it in one instance so far. But Kildare at the moment playing with a one man full forward line, and you'd have to question the logic behind that, considering they're still 3 points down with 4 minutes to go in added time. They need to be pouring all their resources in there to get the ball down and get the scores, because they're still trailing by 3. 3
points between them. The voice of Marissa Kennedy on analysis with us here on the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. Big ball comes downfield. Now here come Kildare. Is this to be the chance? Breaking forward. Only 1 man goal side, and the danger man coming forward is Sean Maher. Sean Maher, was he pushed? No, says the referee. Play continues. Good work from the number 7, Conal Midlin. Kildare come back, held up this time. Play continues. Can't do it all on his own. It was like school playground stuff this time. Antrim get the free out, and it's a little bit of old handbag stuff developing in there, but it was a glorious opportunity for Kildare. That's the Kildare bench there. Here is the action replay again. Here's Maher in possession. Good defending, 7, but was there a foul there, Marissa? 9 times out of 10 that might be a free, but you have to give credit to the Antrim number 24, because he was being cute. James McAllister, he kind of put in a bodily contact without playing the ball on the blind side of the referee, and he got away with it. And you know what? I think we all tried it in our day.
That's exactly what he did there. Yeah, James McAllister, he wrapped up Sean Maher, I should say, and the ref didn't see it, but unfortunately for Sean Maher, the box was too crowded there for him to get his point away. But good defending by Antrim, clever play, as you say.
Roscommon and Limerick Sarsfields to come at 7:30 in our final match of the 2019 series of the Celtic Challenge here on Pundit Arena for the Jerome O'Leary Cup. So Roscommon versus Limerick Sarsfields. A great year so far for Roscommon. They won the Connacht football title 2 weeks ago. Can their hurlers win against Limerick in the Celtic Challenge, or will it be Limerick Sarsfields? Will it be Antrim or Kildare Cadets in this 5th of our finals, the Michael FEERY Cup final here in Boardnamona, O'Connor Park, Tullamore? There's 3 points between them for quite a long time. It's a while since we've had a score. Now Kildare have misplaced the ball, and here comes Shawnee McIntosh. Shawnee McIntosh's strike doesn't go over the bar, and is cleared off the line by the Kildare goalkeeper, but only towards Marcus Toner of Antrim. Marcus, from a difficult angle, sends it back in. Both umpires in a great position, and that's a white flag. Good score by Toner, the number 12 from the Davids club in County Antrim, and he's given them an advantage. It's 1-14 to Antrim, 13 points to Kildare Cadets. 1-14 is a total of 17 points, 4 between them, Marissa, and 2.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it's getting, the size of the challenge is getting bigger now for Kildare. It's stretched out to a 2-score game. Brilliant point there by Toner, was forced out to the sideline by Darragh O'Shaughnessy, who was probably glad that he aimed for the goal, for the point and not the goal.
Certainly so. Here's another one from distance for Antrim. Has it got the carry? It's good goalkeeping. I have to give him credit, O'Shaughnessy. He's had a great tournament. He's had a great competition. And to be fair to him, he's had a great final. One went past him today, but he's been solid in that goal for Kildare. And he's really kept him in at vital times of the game as well, the year-old goalkeeper. But here comes one man who's been outstanding in the game, Kieran Mcgill, the number 10 for Antrim. But Kildare Cadets have it through Jack Mulvihill, another Salins player, 16, sends it over across towards Dermot Mangan. The man from Salins has been fouled on that far side. Kildare have the free. Time not on their side at the moment, albeit there's only 4 between them. Not a lot in hurling, but the clock is against them now. 1.5 minutes of normal time remaining, and across goes Sean Maher of Moorfield. And if you see him graduating to an inter-county player when you're working full-time on television in a few years' time, you remember where you saw him first, and in particular the man that's wearing number 10, Kieran Mcgill for Antrim, and Scullion number 6.
Yeah, a few brilliant players across the board here. We've seen some ridiculous individual talent throughout today, and indeed the whole tournament.
There's the free for Kildare. They need this one, and they have got it. They have got it. We're back to a 3-point game. 1-14 to 14 points. And we're into the final minute. Can they do it, Marissa? Can they get the equaliser?
Well, one thing's for sure is they're not going to give up trying.
Oh, that's a great take in the middle of the park by Antrim. That could be a turning point now, even though they're in the lead. Kildare come forward, fair old shoulder on the number 5 who went out over the line, and you got to feel sorry for him because Morgan Dunn, he did ever so well, and he just was carried out over the line with the shoulder. And it's a line ball for the Antrim men, and to take this will be Pierce McKeegan from the Rory Oaks Club. There's a great close-up of the carpet-like conditions here in Boardnamona O'Connor Park, and congratulations to the ground staff. Beautiful. I know the rain has helped with a few heavy showers across the country this morning, but in the recent times before the warm spell we got lots of rain, and it's put a bit of greenery around the place, and all the golf courses are happy with it as well. Are Antrim going to stay happy here in the Pundit Arena Celtic Challenge Bank of Ireland finals? The Michael FEERY Cup is on offer for this one. We're into added time. 1-14 to 14 points. Antrim's Shawnee McIntosh, great all-round performance from him. Was there a foul on Pierce McKeegan? He's gone to ground. Something as a tape off a hurling stick has gone round his leg. He throws away that. The Maher Ishka comes in with a drop of water for the hard-working Pierce McKeegan, and he takes a drink. So does Kieran Mcgill. But it's Antrim to lose at this moment in time, and we haven't too long to go, Marissa.
Yeah, the clock in red now, so time running out for Kildare, and it looks like Antrim might just sneak this one with possession here at the moment. The one thing Kildare didn't want to do was give away a free in an advantageous position, and we know Kieran Mcgill can stick these over with ease.
Well, this is a vital chance, because a 3-point game can make it a draw, but 4-point game makes it ever so difficult. Now, we put the commentators Kirsten Shawnee earlier on. What about the Antrim man? You think he'll get it?
I'll say nothing.
Here he goes, he's taken it. Has he got it? Yes, he has. In future, you don't have to say anything. He's got it. It's a 4-point game. Antrim lead 1-15 to 14 points. And to be fair, I think looking at it on the 60 minutes, probably the score reflects that Antrim are just a shade better than Kildare today. But what a competitive game.
Brilliant game. Some brilliant performances all over the pitch. Great skill, and we just see it here again now. They're just battling till the end, both teams. Yeah,
this man has really played well also for Antrim. Pierce McKeegan from the Rory Oaks Club. They've spilled possession. Kildare come back. They need a goal and a point. The referee is allowing advantage. And which way is it going? No, he allowed play on. And the play continued. And now here come Antrim. Are they going to put the final nail in the Kildare coffin? Luke Mullen sends it downfield. That's as good as a score at this moment in time for Antrim, even though it's well wide of the post. 2 minutes of additional time played. The referee from County Fermanagh is Aidan Ferguson. He looks at his watch. Leitrim defeated Longford. Kerry defeated Dublin Clark. Derry defeated Galway Tribesmen. Galway Maroon defeated North Cork. Antrim, are they going to defeat Kildare Cadets in the 5th game of the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge here in Tullamore in the beautiful county of Offaly? Antrim come forward. Nice play. Here comes the centre forward. He's a fine big lad. Caelan O'Connor sending it in across the face of the goal. That looked good from here. That's a white flag. That's a 5-point advantage now for Antrim. and it's going to be Antrim's day. They'll be happy in the Glens tonight, they'll be happy in Belfast City, and the ball comes back downfield. 1:15-14, Antrim lead, 3 minutes of additional time just about played now, Marissa. But what a performance from Antrim. It looks like they're going to hang on.
What a performance, and it really was Kieran Mcgill who dragged them through this game. But what a score there from Caelan O'Connor out on the wing, difficult angle, and it just sailed over there. A beautiful score to finish off this game.
16-14. The referee has a few more seconds left in the watch. There's the Antrim backroom team: Dominic McKinley, Simon McRory, Eamon Grieve, Mark Carey and Brendan McLaughlin. The free taken by Sean Gleeson of Kildare. He's a Celbridge club player. Ball flicks inside to D. Running on to win it is Jack Mulvihill. Jack Mulvihill doesn't hang on to it. Ref looks at the watch. The final whistle could just be about to come. It's going to be a line ball. This is last throw of the dice for Kildare. 116 is a total of 19 points to 14, 5 between them. There's the high dropping ball, in around the house it goes. Antrim just cleared their lines down towards the 45, picked up by the Antrim number 11, went back all the way, sends the ball downfield, and it is all over here in the Michael FEERY Cup. Antrim have hung on 1:15-14, a gallant effort by the Kildare Cadets, but at half time Antrim did lead by 10 points to 5, and they finished off scoring 1-5 in that second half. Kildare, to be fair, have scored 9 points in that second half, but it was too little too late for the Kildare Cadets, as Antrim, with some fine performances from their 30-man panel, are about to lift the Michael FEERY Cup in another highly entertaining final here at the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. A deserved win for Antrim over a gallant Kildare Cadets. Well done, Antrim. Commiserations to the Kildare Cadets. But one great positive for Kildare before we talk about Antrim is hurling at underage level and club level in Kildare is going from strength to strength with some super individuals, and the future looks good for Kildare in defeat here at the Celtic Challenge, and for Antrim it's a much needed win for Antrim hurling as well.
Yeah, just to start off with Kildare then, some fine performances, starting with Darragh O'Shaughnessy in goals. He might have let in one effort, but there was nothing he could do about the shot, and brilliant effort from them across the field. The likes of Luke Dunleavy, Sean Gleeson, Con Keogh, Sean Maher. They have some outstanding performers across the pitch, and they're names to remember for the future.
Richard is on standby. He's about to interview Aidan Scullion from the centre half back position of the Antrim team.
Captain Aidan Scullion. Aidan, congrats on winning the current Michael FEERY. How does it feel?
Feels great. Trained real hard for it and deserved to win it. And Kildare are a good team and put up a hard fight for it. Feels good to have won it now.
Was it a tough battle?
It was. Right up until the end they kept fighting. They just couldn't get it in the end.
Where does it rank in your list of achievements at Antrim?
I think it's one of the top ones at the minute. We'll keep going, hopefully building something better in the future.
It was a strong performance. Will we see more of Aidan Scullion in Antrim colours, will we?
Probably will, yeah.
Thanks very much. Enjoy the celebrations.
There we are. Thanks, Richard, and well done. He's one of the players we picked out, Aidan Scullion. He was unbelievable today, the number 6. He's from the Shane O'Neill's club up there in Antrim, and a few lovely words. And he strikes me as a chap that's probably a little bit shy and was more than surprised he was caught for a post-match interview, but he'll be delighted. He can look back at that now for years to come on all our highlights packages and all the coverage that Pundit Arena have given these Celtic Challenge since 2016. But he seemed a little shocked, but a nice honest interview from the young man who had an outstanding game.
Yeah, he said he ranked this win as one of the best in an Antrim jersey for him, and it's brilliant. They come away with All Ireland silverware here. They've beaten some of the best teams in the competition. Kildare Cadets, we've seen the standards they've set throughout this competition, and Antrim just dominated, you have to say, from start to finish, despite a purple patch in the early start of the second half from Kildare. Antrim fully deserving their win. Full credit to their management team as well. There's obviously brilliant work going in underage in Antrim.
Yeah, well, there's a few people involved there that have been involved in the good times at Antrim hurling, but they need all the help they can get, and success brings on success. And for Kildare in defeat, I might add, but fair play to Damien Byrne, Mark Carroll, Brendan Corcoran, Tom Cronin and Paul Dillon. The lads have put in the hours, so have the team, and the accolades and the applause are going up. And one man we did signal out in the commentary, he's getting the fairest player, the Kildare goalkeeper, Darragh O'Shaughnessy. You've just mentioned him, up he goes up the steps, so he's in his bare feet as well, or else he's wearing white boots, but he's one player that you picked out as well. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, he gave a fantastic effort today. Some wonderful stops from high balls, brilliant distribution as well, and he really put his body on the line. Brilliant stuff from Darragh O'Shaughnessy, well deserving of the Best and Fairest award.
Yeah, well, the Best and Fairest award is an alternative approach to the traditional Man of the Match awards. The concept is age appropriate and is underpinned by the GA values of respect and teamwork. So congratulations to Darragh O'Shaughnessy there, the Éire Óg Club man from the Kildare goal. And going forward for Antrim for the Fairest Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge Best and Fairest award is their number 10, Kieran Mcgill. And what a performance he had as well. He was absolutely outstanding as well.
Yeah, no surprise that he wins the Best and Fairest award for Antrim. He was absolutely fantastic. He really stood up when they needed someone in those early stages. When they were hitting a few wides, it was Mcgill who would stand up and take the shot. He was their only scorer, bar one as far as I remember in the first half. Some beautiful scores from him, you know, that you'd see in Croke Park tomorrow. Absolutely fantastic stuff for him, and he's definitely one to look out for the future.
He certainly is. Well, Kildare Cadets make their way up the steps, and congratulations to them in defeat here in the final. But it's not all about winning, as I've said earlier on. It's about taking part, and this Kildare team have worked hard. They've done very well to come through this tournament and to get to the final. So well done to Kildare Cadets and to all the Kildare people. Hurling in Kildare is a positive for these men, collecting them as they all go there. The full panel from Darragh O'Shaughnessy, their number 1, right down to number 25, Harry Young, and they all have bright futures. All the clubs involved, as I've mentioned, Éire Óg, Selbridge, Maynooth, Naas, Kilcock, Sallins, Moorfield, Naas, a stronghold as well. Did very well in Féile a few years back, Naas in particular in football and hurling as well. Kyle Dove I mentioned in Sallins. So, you know, there'll be only a small pocket of areas in a lot of the counties that we're looking at today, the Roscommons of this world who are coming up in the next game, and the Kildares of this world. And it's like awfully over the years with 6 senior hurling teams and Carlow with 4 teams, and all doing very well. But this tournament is important for all of that. But well done to Kildare.
Yeah, it really helps their development, and isn't it fantastic that Kildare can field 2 teams in this competition?
Excellent.
It really just shows that the county are taking this seriously. You know, this is a great opportunity for players to show what they have on the biggest platform. You know, it's being streamed live. We've got so much sponsorship from Bank of Ireland. Really, all eyes are on O'Connor Park today, and Kildare did themselves proud.
They certainly did. Well, Kildare are the runners up in the Corn Michael FEERY, but Antrim make their way up the steps. Antrim winners in this one. They'll be on the way up the steps as soon as all the Kildare players receive their medals. And as you can see in our pictures there, Kildare's number 22, that's Aaron Shelley from the Moorfield Club in Newbridge, receiving his medal there at the moment, followed in by Niall Clark from Celbridge, the number 2. So well done to Niall and be part of the team as well. Con Keogh, that's a man you picked out throughout the tournament as well. He was outstanding, the number 10.
Yeah, fantastic. He dropped back to help out his midfield there in a number of stages.
And we can't forget Luke Dunleavy. He was probably one of the best players in the tournament so far.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he picked up an injury in the second half, a hand injury that had to be looked after, but fantastic stuff from him.
And Sean Maher, the last of the Kildare players, what a man. He scored some terrific scores right throughout this competition as well.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic scores. That, you know, he's been one of the real marquee forwards throughout this tournament, and no doubt we'll see plenty more from them in the future.
Well, here go Antrim. Their captain will be the last man up the steps, but he will lift the trophy, which is the Michael FEERY, Corn Michael FEERY. So led up by a man that was outstanding this afternoon for them, Kieran Mcgill, and what's been a long day here in Tullamore, but it even will get longer. The long evenings are in, and Roscommon and Limerick are out on the pitch to take part in the final of our 6 finals. So many times did I say a final there? Well, it's the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, and there go Antrim. Nice round of applause from everybody here that have travelled the long distance from the glens of Antrim, from the city of Belfast and surrounding areas to Tullamore tonight. They'll enjoy the long trip home, and some great clubs involved up there as well, from McGillen, Rory Oaks, Naveana, O'Donovan Ross, as I mentioned earlier on, a great club who got to an All-Ireland club final back in 1989. St. Paul's, not too far away from them, Shane O'Neill's, Carey Falls, Emmett's there as well. I mentioned Davit's, Gail Clunig as well, McGillen, Glenariff are also involved in this team, Rory Oaks, and there's a lot of Naveana players there, as there is Nave Pauls and Nave Own players involved as well. Lewis Boyd, the number 30, is a Nave Own player also, as is Kieran McShane, their number 15 of Antrim. So all the players on the way up those steps. There is their number 29 receiving his medal, Oscar Smith, Naveana man as well. And there's number 20, which is Patrick McAllister. So well done to all the lads, and they'll be all proud families tonight. Pierce McKeegan, Pierce is their number 14.
Yeah, outstanding performances across the pitch and well deserved to be raising the current Michael FEERY now.
Well, here they go. The captain is the man wearing number 2. And that's Shane McKenna. He had a fine game as well, Shane, but it's not all about one game. We're down to the final game. Did I say we had 133 games in the Celtic Challenge? Or
138.
138.
44
137 played. You'll stick with me for the 138 match, you will?
Might as well.
Okay, well, here is the presentation. The last of the medals being presented. And there he is, Shane McKenna, the man from Rory Og. He's only... They're all under 16s. And the cup is just about to be presented. And Aidan Scullion is there too, so 2 players going to lift this trophy, Aidan Scullion and Shane McKenna. And here we go. Antrim are the Michael FEERY champions in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge 2019. You'll hear the cheer for the men in the saffron and white now. The photographs are being taken. Stadium announcer is our own man Oisin from Pundit Arena. There's the photographer. That's an important photograph, one for the mantelpiece in a few years' time.
Absolutely, one to keep Mammy proud.
Yes, indeed, and the grannies. So there's the photograph taken, and now we have the presentation of the trophy. There's our Oisin, keeping the sun off the head.
He learned his lesson from Ashburn last week.
I think he is. I think he's going to say a few words. 3 cheers for Kildare.
Congratulations to Antrim, you're winners.
He actually turned around. I told you that young man was shy. He had a few words with Richard, but he lifts the trophy. He's a little bit shy. But Antrim are the champions of the Michael FEERY Cup here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. And what a great competitive game. And well done to Kildare for bouncing back. But Antrim have held on and have won out here. So far today, Leitrim, Kerry, Derry, Galway Maroon and Antrim are victorious in the 2019 Celtic Challenge Bank of Ireland tournament here live on Pundit Arena. Coming up in a few minutes' time is Roscommon versus Limerick Sarsfields. Throw-in is at 7:30, which will be preceded with the parade as soon as the pitch is cleared from the spectators of Kildare and County Antrim. And on commentary again will be myself, Brendan Hennessy, ably assisted by the wonderful Marissa Kennedy, who will bring us full coverage in a few moments' time. Roscommon versus Limerick coming up. Don't go too far away.